We have all been there. The clock hits the 85th minute. The score is tied. The game is on the line. Your brain wants to press the opponent. Your brain wants to make that recovery sprint back to defend, but your body refuses. Your lungs are burning like you swallowed fire. Your quads feel like they are filled with concrete. You are gasping for air, hands on your knees, vision blurring, praying the ball doesn't come near you. And then you look at the midfielder on the other team. Maybe he plays the same position as you. He has been running the same distance as you. He has made the same sprints, but he looks fresh. He is still closing down space. He is still sharp. He is still shouting instructions while you can barely breathe. You tell yourself, he is just naturally fit. He has better genetics. Stop lying to yourself. The reason you are tired is not genetics. The reason you are tired is not because you need to play more game. The reason you are tired is because you are training your engine completely wrong. You are building a Ferrari chassis and putting a lawnmower engine inside it. You are training for hard work instead of training for metabolic efficiency. Most footballers train stamina by running laps or playing five-a-side until they drop. This is amateur hour. Elite conditioning is not about toughness. It is about bioenergetics. It is about physics. It is about how efficiently your body clears acidic waste from your muscles under extreme stress. If you want to play 90 minutes at high intensity without your performance dropping, you need to stop training hard and start training with metabolic intelligence. Today, we are going to dismantle the old-school cardio myths. We are going to analyze the mitochondrial engine of players like Bernardo Silva and Rodri. We are going to fix your breathing mechanics, which are currently suffocating you. And I am going to give you the specific heart rate protocol that Premier League conditioning coaches use to turn players into machines. This is not a fitness video. This is a survival guide for the modern game. First, we need to undergo a biological reality check. You need to understand why you slow down. You think you slow down because you run out of oxygen. That is a myth. You slow down because of acidosis. When you sprint, your body uses the glycolytic energy system. It burns glucose, sugar, for fuel without oxygen because you need energy fast. The byproduct of this burning is lactate and hydrogen ions. These hydrogen ions cause the pH level in your muscles to drop. Your muscles become acidic. When the acid levels get too high, your brain detects a threat to your biological survival. It sends a panic signal to your nervous system to shut down muscle contraction. This is that heavy burning sensation you feel in your legs. It is a safety switch. Your brain is forcing you to slow down so you don't die. An elite player doesn't necessarily produce less acid than you. They just have a superior waste disposal system. They can flush that acid out of their muscles while they are running, meaning they never hit that red zone crash. You, on the other hand, hold on to the acid. You accumulate it until your system fails. So, the goal of infinite stamina is not running long. The goal is increasing your lactate threshold, the point at which your body can no longer clear the waste faster than it creates it. If we can push that threshold up, you can sprint, recover in 10 seconds, and sprint again, forever. You can exist in the high-intensity zone without crashing. That is the definition of elite fitness. To achieve this, we need to restructure your training week entirely. Here is Protocol 1, the mitochondrial base, Zone 2 mastery. This is the most boring protocol, but it is the scientifically proven foundation of endurance. It is called Zone 2 training. Most of you train in no man's land. You go for a 5 kilometers run, and you run kind of hard. Your heart rate sits at 160-170 BPM. You are sweating. You are out of breath. You think you are working. This is junk volume. It is too hard to allow for cellular recovery, but not hard enough to trigger maximum high-end adaptation. It creates fatigue without growth. The elite protocol is polarized training. You either train very slow or very fast, nothing in the middle. Zone 2 is running at 65 to 75% of your maximum heart rate. For a standard teenager or young adult, this is usually between 135 and 150 beats per minute. This feels aggressively slow. You should be able to hold a full conversation while running. It feels too easy. You will feel like you aren't doing anything. But underneath the surface, magic is happening. When you run at this specific, low intensity, you trigger a process called capillarization. Your body literally grows new network of capillaries, tiny blood vessels, around your muscle fibers. Think of these as new highways. The more highways you have, the faster you can deliver oxygen to the muscle. And more importantly, the faster you can clear the acidic waste out of the muscle. Players like N'Golo Kante have a massive aerobic base. They have built so many of these metabolic highways that they can jog at a speed that would be a sprint for you. They preserve their battery life for the big moments. The actionable drill. Twice a week, you need to do a low heart rate run. Do not look at pace. Do not look at distance. Look at your pulse. Run for 45 minutes, keeping your heart rate strictly in zone 2. If you have to walk up a hill to keep the heart rate down, you walk. Leave your ego at home. You are not trying to impress the neighbors. You are trying to build cellular density. Now that we have built the wide base, we need to install the turbo. Modern football is not a steady jog. It is a series of violent explosions. Press, recovery, sprint, recover. To handle this, we need to train your V02 max. This is the maximum amount of oxygen your body can utilize during intense exercise. It is the size of your engine cylinders. This brings us to Protocol 2, the Norwegian 4x4 method. This protocol is considered the gold standard in sports science. It is used by elite cross-country skiers, the fittest humans on Earth, and has been adopted by top football academies like Benfica and Ajax. The concept is simple but brutal. You spend 4 minutes in hell and 3 minutes in heaven. The science behind it involves stroke volume. To get fit, we need to stretch the walls of the heart so it can pump more blood per beat. The heart walls only stretch when they are under near maximal load for a sustained period. Sprints are too short, 10 seconds to stretch the heart. Zone 2 is too easy. The sweet spot is 4 minutes of high intensity. The actionable drill. Find a pitch or a treadmill. You are going to do this once a week. The work. Run for 4 minutes at 90 to 95% of your max heart rate. This is not a full sprint, but it is deeply uncomfortable. You should not be able to talk. You are gasping. You are maintaining a high speed that you struggle to hold. The rest. Jog lightly for 3 minutes. Do not stop completely. Active recovery flushes the lactate and prepares you for the next round. The reps. Repeat this cycle 4 times. Total high-intensity work is 16 minutes. Total session time is roughly 28 minutes. If you do this consistently for 6 weeks, your VO2 max can increase by 10 to 15%. You will notice that when you make a sprint in the 85th minute, your heart rate drops instantly back to calm within 10 seconds. That is a superpower. That is how you recover while the game is still moving. But having a big heart and good blood vessels is useless if the air intake is broken. This leads us to Protocol 3, Respiratory Efficiency. The Bohr Effect. Let's address the title of this video directly. Your breathing. Most of you are mouth breathers. When you get tired, your mouth hangs open, your jaw goes slack, and you take shallow, panic gasps of air into your upper chest. This is a disaster for performance. Mouth breathing activates the sympathetic nervous system. Fight or flight. It floods your body with cortisol, stress hormone. This tightens your muscles, narrows your peripheral vision, and increases your perception of fatigue. You feel more tired because you are breathing like a panicked animal. Biologically, this causes the Bohr effect to fail. Your red blood cells carry oxygen. To release that oxygen into the muscles, they need the presence of carbon dioxide, CO2. If you breathe heavily through your mouth, you exhale too much CO2. Your blood becomes hypocapnic. This means the oxygen gets trapped in the blood and isn't released into the muscle. You literally suffocate your legs while gasping for air. You need to train nasal dominance. The nose is not just a hole in your face, it is a filter and a pressurizer. Nasal breathing increases nitric oxide production, which dilates, opens your blood vessels, delivering 15 to 20% more oxygen to the muscles. Look at Erling Haaland. In training, he frequently uses tape over his mouth. He is forcing his system to become efficient. He is training his CO2 tolerance. The actionable drill. During your technical warm-ups, or during your Zone 2 runs, keep your mouth shut. Force yourself to breathe only through your nose. At first, you will feel like you are suffocating. This is called air hunger. It is a signal that your CO2 tolerance is weak. Fight through it. If you can train your body to perform at 70% intensity using only your nose, imagine what happens when you finally open your mouth in the 90th minute. You unlock a hidden gear. You go turbo mode. If you can maintain nasal breathing while your opponent is gasping through his mouth, you have already won the psychological battle. You look calm. He looks broken. Protocol 4, Mechanical Economy. Stop wasting energy. You can have the biggest engine in the world, but if you drive with the handbrake on, you will run out of fuel. Many of you are wasting energy with every step you take because of bad running biomechanics. The average amateur footballer runs with heavy feet. You overstride. You strike the ground with your heel in front of your body. Heel braking. Every time your heel hits the ground in front of you, you are technically stopping yourself. You are fighting your own momentum. This requires huge amounts of energy to restart your motion with every step. Efficiency comes from elastic energy recoil. We want to run like a spring, not a hammer. You need to land on your midfoot, directly underneath your hips. The drill. Incorporate running form drills. A skips and B skips into your warm-up. Focus on tall posture. Imagine a string pulling your head to the sky. Focus on lifting the knees and landing quiet. Silent running is efficient running. If I can hear you stomping from 50 meters away, you are leaking energy into the ground instead of using it to move forward. Now, let's talk about the final 1% difference. Protocol 5, Biochemical Fueling. You can have the fitness, you can have the mechanics, but if you put the wrong fuel in the tank, the car won't run. We aren't going to do a full nutrition guide, but there is one specific compound that elite stamina athletes rely on: dietary nitrates. You will often see Premier League players drinking a dark purple shot before the game or at halftime. It's concentrated beetroot juice. Why? Not because they like the taste. Beetroot is naturally high in nitrate. When you ingest them, your body converts them into nitric oxide in the bloodstream. This vasodilates your veins, making them wider. Wider veins mean more blood flow, with less work from the heart. Scientific studies show that nitrate loading can improve time to exhaustion by up to 15%. That is massive. That is the difference between tracking the runner into the box or letting him score. The recommendation: stop drinking sugary energy drinks that give you a spike and a crash. Consume natural nitrates, beetroot juice, arugula, spinach, roughly 2-3 hours before kickoff. Priming your blood is just as important as priming your muscle. Let's review the Blueprint Stamina Schedule. Zone 2 base, 2x per week, 45 mins low intensity, builds the highway. Norwegian 4x4, 1x per week, builds the engine size. Daily habit, nozzle breathing drills, and biomechanics work. Match day. Nitrate loading and high-carb fueling. Listen closely. Being the fittest player on the pitch is the easiest way to stand out. Talent is rare. Vision is rare. First touch is an art form. But fitness is a choice. It requires zero talent to run a 4x4 interval. It requires zero talent to tape your mouth in training. It only requires the discipline to suffer when nobody is watching. If you are tired, you are useless to your team. You can have the feet of Messi, but if you have the lungs of a smoker, you will play like a ghost. When the legs get heavy, the technique dies, the brain dies, the mistakes happen. But if you build this engine, if you construct the mitochondria, if you expand the V02 max, the game slows down for you in the final minutes. While others are begging for the whistle, you are hunting for the winner. If you are still watching right now, you are different. Check the timestamps. Check the retention graph. 95% of players clicked off when I said run slow or zone 2. They want the magic pill. They want a fancy agility ladder drill that looks cool on TikTok. They don't want the truth. But you stayed for the science. You stayed for the protocol. That means you have the mindset required to do the dark, boring, painful work that actually creates results. You are part of the 1%. Do not waste this knowledge. Do not watch this video and go back to playing FIFA. Go to the pitch, download the Strava app, measure your zone 2, seal your mouth, build the infinite engine. If you haven't subscribed yet, fix that mistake right now. We don't do luck. We do blueprint. Go work.